Growing up, I was always happy and smiling. I was raised by my mom and dad and went to a small Catholic school where we were pretty sheltered from the real world. So my parents had their work cut out for them when teaching my brother Zach and I about what was behind those closed doors. My mom would always say, "Don't fall for peer pressure," and I was the girl that said I would never drink or smoke. Well, when going into high school, all of my expectations for myself went out the door, and because everyone was doing it, I said, "Why can't I?" My parents trusted me so much freshman year, but sophomore year there were more rules and punishments. All I wanted was freedom, arguments every day about freedom. My mom always asked what I meant by that, and I would never know how to answer without getting caught or questioned. Finally, summer after sophomore year, my parents let me go to Tahoe, where I would stay with my best friend and her family.
Just try to never grow up. And never grow up. You're in the car on the way to the movies and you're mortified your mom's dropping you off. At 14, there's just so much you can't do, and you can't wait to move out someday and call your own shots. But don't make her drop you off.
I was so excited about the parties on the 4th of July night. Just 3 days into the trip, I woke up completely unaware of where I was. I looked around me and there was a doctor, then looked some more and saw my mom and dad. My first thought was, what are they doing here? Then I thought, what am I doing here? Then it hit me when I felt the sharp pain in my neck and the tubes in my nose. I was in the hospital.
If only you knew what I knew, then you could see.
My mom and dad went on to tell me that I had drinking too much, and on the way up to a deck, I fell where I hit my head, causing me to go unconscious. My best friend was nowhere to be found. As soon as I could walk, I walked to my car alongside a friend from my small Catholic school. His name was Cal, and he was the person who saved my life. He was the only one who'd stepped up and called 911 and stayed with me throughout the entire ambulance ride, and those 6 unconscious hours of where they weren't sure if I was going to make it. I feared going back to school because this was something that I wouldn't normally do. I've learned the real meaning of staying true to myself, despite any rumors or talk that goes on about me. I have matured and fought through this. If I can do it at 16 years old, then when other obstacles come along, I will face them with maturity.
You'd see a whole different side. I couldn't show you even if I tried.
As I look back on my life so far, I try to make the best of everything. I know that what I did to myself and to my family was one of the worst possible mistakes. But the reason why I've become more open about it is because maybe my story will help someone or prevent someone from making a mistake that could put their life at risk. I love my life, and I like to look at this as a chapter that I and others can learn from.
Your soul would be set free, and then you'd be released. So I grab my bags and go as far away as I can go, 'cause everything ain't what I used to know, and I try to.
I am and always will be grateful for Cal Becker. His courage and persistent impulse is the reason I am living to tell this story.
Tell me, where am I supposed to go?